What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this very point and I've told you that this asset formed a very good pattern and we caught this movement to the upside from the golden pocket range. We were up for about 25% to this range. And my main assumption was that we should have a retracement that might hit this range of resistance that might become a support. And as you can see right here, we had this movement to the upside. And previously I've marked these ranges, these stops, as the bearish divergence because we had higher highs on the price section with the lower highs on the side. And this next movement to the upside basically confirmed this divergence because we didn't exceed the previous swing high, and from this range we had a harsh movement to the downside. My main assumption was that we should bounce out of this range as the range of support. Instead of this, we broke it to the downside with a decent volume and retested from the bottom as the range of resistance. And previously it also was the range of resistance, and we had a bounce, perfect bounce out of it on November the 4th. And this movement, this bounce again out of this range as the range of resistance shows a very bearish signal, and because of this we went lower. And I have to say that my forecast was wrong, and definitely I missed this gap, and one of my viewers told me that probably we should fill this gap first of all, and he was completely right. As you can see, this movement to the downside to this range filled this gap from the $10.08 to the $10.54 mark. We filled this gap and went higher. Then we didn't even reach this range of resistance and went lower. As you can see, this asset formed some kind of double bottom pattern. And for those of you who entered your position somewhere at these ranges, I've told you to move your stop loss order in the green territory. And depending on your stop loss order, you might have up to, I don't know, up to 10, 5, 15% of potential profit, depending on the range where you put your stop loss at. And definitely right now we are again in consolidation phase. And let me continue with the fundamental news. What was the reason of these movements? So, first of all, let me show you that NIO published their earnings report, and on November the 10th we have these results. NIO Q3 non-GAAP earnings per ADS, basically it is similar to earnings per share, is negative 30 cents, misses by 14 cents. Revenue of $1.83 billion, 32.6% increase year over year, beats by $50 million. Vehicle margin was 16.4% compared to 18% a year ago. And this is quite negative sign, as you can see. And let me quote you further. We achieved solid top-line growth in the third quarter of 2022 against a challenging market environment, added Stephen Wei-Feng, Chief Financial Officer of NIO. We aim to consistently enhance the holistic user experience for our global user community by investing in core technology development as well as power network expansion, while continuously improving our operational execution and efficiency. And definitely he is a very bullish on NIO, but let me show you the most bullish part. Q3 outlook. Deliveries of vehicles to be between 43,000 and 48,000 vehicles, representing an increase of approximately 71.8% to 91.7% year over year. Total revenues to be between $2.442 billion and $2.703 billion, representing an increase of approximately 75.4% to 94.2% year over year, versus consensus of $2.96 billion. So definitely their outlook is quite bullish, and I have to say that this decrease in margin, the vehicle margin, is made because of the COVID restrictions, and related to these restrictions, logistic issues. Definitely they had to reduce their margin because all the cost of goods increases, and despite the increase in price of NIO, definitely the margin by itself might be a bit lower. But right now let me show you this information. EV stocks extend gains as China's zero COVID policy sees significant easing, and right now, as you can see, the zero COVID policy might be different from it was previously, and because of this we can see an increase in all of the industries, and the EV industry might gain the most because they have to produce vehicles in plants, and zero COVID policy restricted for workers to work on their working place, and all of the work should be managed remotely, and definitely it is impossible to produce vehicles in remote mode. And this means right now NIO might skyrocket in the fourth quarter of 2022, and because of this we can see this increase in the price of NIO stock from its lowest point, from its swing low to its swing high, for more than 18% in a matter of just pre-market trading. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, definitely right here, as you can see, we have some kind of double bottom pattern, and we didn't break this range. As you can see, it was the $9.05 mark, and right here we had only $9.14 mark. So technically we didn't break it. This means we are still forming higher highs and higher lows, and this means technically we are still in uptrend. And what does it mean in a greater scale? I have to say that we can find an information from analysts that lowered their price target, and we have two recent filings. Stanford C. Bernstein and Deutsche Bank lowered their price target from $25 to $15 and from $39 to $20 respectively. But Deutsche Bank set a buy rating on NIO, and even with the lowering its price target, the upside potential for this asset is more than 80%. Definitely this is a quite good forecast, and I have to say that on a greater scale, if we zoom out a little bit, we still have this harsh sell-off that lasts for a couple of years, and we don't have major movements to the upside. Let me show you this movement in details, and somewhere at these lower ranges we have to see the bounce to the upside that will exceed previous swing highs. And because of this, a lot of analysts might be quite bullish on NIO, and the only downside for this asset right now is the policy of Chinese Communist Party, and we have to see the relief in this policy. On top of that, we have to see the results of PCAOB audit, and if these results that is already ended, the first part of these results for the first 5 companies, we have to see these results in a matter of next couple of weeks, and if these results will be positive, definitely it will eliminate the risks of delisting all of the Chinese companies that are in the PCAOB list, and that's why we might see the movement to the upside. But keep in mind that we have a lot of conditions that should be met. And what should we expect next from the technical standpoint? So, from the pure technical analysis standpoint, we have another setup, and definitely this setup will have the entry point from our current range all the way down to the previous swing low, and the stop loss order should be at the range of about $9 mark, slightly below this range, because $9 mark is the round number by itself, and it implies about let me show it to you, about 13% of downside potential, and it implies, let me show you on a slightly bigger scale, it implies about 21% to the first price target, but roughly 1-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio is not worth your attention. But the next range of resistance might be at $17 mark right here, and it implies about 66% of upside potential. That is quite lucrative in a medium-term perspective. But first of all, guys, you have to do your own due diligence, and you have to realize that without the stop loss and without the risks that you should keep in mind you cannot have any rewards, and with the uncertainty on the market in general, we have to be very cautious with any of our positions. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium